I came to work in American television some time ago in New York. David Susskind saw my work in England, and he invited me to join him. And that's where I started it. And on a police show, was called, I forget now, New York something or other. It was a detective show with Jack Warden. And very, in those days, very simple show, but it was fun to do, and that's how I started. Actually, as far as doing television in America or television in England, there wasn't a great deal of difference. It was really, you had so many days preparation and so many days to shoot the show, you know. And that varied, because in time, in the early days, it was very short, and then as time went by, we got more days and more time to do it. So it was made it a little bit easier, made it better too, because you could do more. But really, there not much difference. Filming, motion picture, I mean, you didn't have the rehearsal time that you had in television. In television, you usually had, 10 days with the cast in the rehearsal room, and the set was taped out on the floor, and we rehearsed it for 10 days, and then we brought it into the studio, shot it 2 days. That's about it. Crews are crews. I find that, it depends on you. Depends on who leads them, really. I think if you're one of them and, then it's easy. If you're not one of them, it isn't so easy. They don't suffer fools gladly. So you have to really you have to know what you're doing. And luckily, I was lucky because I started off as an assistant director. I started off as a studio manager in television, well, different altogether. And I had a lot of basic training. So I knew everybody's job. And because you know everybody's job, it makes it a lot easier to run a crew. Because you don't ask them to do things that you know they can't do. You just try and plan everything so that it makes life easy for them or within reason for them. And they can be as helpful as they can be because of that. Stars that would not die. Well, I was asked to do it by Aaron. He was a super guy, actually. He was very nice to us. Jane, my wife, worked with him. Well, that's how we met. She was his secretary and assistant and all that. And we met, and Aaron was sweet to both of us. And the family, it was a magic meld. We all got on very well together. And I was really a bit of a newbie in those days, probably asked too many questions. And I wasn't sure. I always wanted to please. And I think that probably I asked sometimes, is that all right? And I didn't have done because it was all right. So that was, but I was sort of finding my footsteps, and Aaron very kindly sort of gave me the chance to move on and make other movies. As in the opening sequence, there's a sequence where the camera is sort of like the ghost, or the point of view of the ghost, and it was a handheld shot with an Aeroflex, and I watched the operator do it a couple of times, and I said to the cinematographer, could I have a go? He said, sure, I will go, why not? We got time. So they gave me the camera, and we did it, and my take was the one we used. Because I knew sort of the nuance I wanted in the movement, which is difficult sometimes to transfer to somebody else's mind. But to do it yourself, so it was fun. It was an experience. Oh boy, Barbara Stanwyck. There's nobody in the world like Barbara Stanwyck. I mean, she was just a unique actress, a unique lady in all respects. She was tremendously easy to work with, terribly friendly. She was very nice to my family, and she was just a unique person. I can't ever say enough. I mean, of all the people I've worked with, she stands out as one of the greatest. We had one stunt, so we got a stunt double in to do it. No. I do my own stunts. She said, I fall off horses, just done a western, waiting aghast, hoping that nothing would happen to her, but she did it and stepped away from it, bright as a button.
Ruth, it's beautiful.
She was great with Kitty Wynn, who was really a newcomer, and with the rest of the cast. I mean, she was super with everybody. I mean, and she knew more about light. I mean, she knew everything about lighting and sound and the whole business of making movies, because she'd done it for a long while. And she was just a joy for us all to work with. She was fantastic. Richard, was getting on. He was a good actor. He was somebody who had done a lot of movies in his career, He was sort of, I hate to say it, he was winding down, but he was getting to the end of his career as an actor, but he still gave an excellent performance. I mean, I can't criticize that side of him. Just knowing him and talking to him, I knew that it was a struggle for him. It wasn't an easy film to make, but The House That Wouldn't Die, we had some strange sort of scenes in it, and there was wind. And I know that one evening, towards the end of the day, we decided to shoot a scene, and with excitement, I thought, got the wind machines together, blew the set apart. I mean, I'd never seen such a mess. We just destroyed the set completely. The flats fell down. So that was a wrap, and we had to come back the next day and do it again. But they built the set a bit stronger. Wind machines didn't, but we wanted that. I wanted, it was, of course, everybody blamed me, but I wanted this very strong wind effect, sort of a ghost, or whatever it was, phenomenal. We got it, but it took a little time and it took a little money because we destroyed the set. It was a fun film to make. Well, I was very lucky, really. I was lucky. I had some good scripts. I had a wonderful cast, great crews, and most of the films that I made, I'm proud of them all. But some, obviously, were better received than others. But, I'm very proud of what I've done.